tarantulas in the SIP, and today I need your help. So recently we had one of our tarantulas molt. This is P Murder, one of my very first. His name's P Murder because if you spell red rump backwards, it's P Murder. And I thought that was a fun name. And the reason I need your help is whenever I first got him, he wasn't labeled. It was in a big box store and he wasn't labeled. I know he's a red rump. You can tell by the colors on his abdomen, obviously. But for a time, he looked like a little Kallenbergi, or Bergie, however you pronounce that. And then sometimes he'd look like a T. vagans, the same word, vagans. But this time he has matured out. We'll try to get some video of his tibial hooks if we can. And you can see now he's pretty much jet black with that red abdomen, and that is a T. vagans indicator there. But if you look at the molt behind him, if we can get a picture of that, that's what he looked like right before. And I know when they're getting close to molt, the colors were dull. But not only that, not only was he that grayish sandy brown color with a red rump, his head was almost kind of golden bronze. His carapace was. And now you can see it's almost completely black. And so I'm not sure what he is. Now I have heard that there's been some crossbreeding, especially in like big box stores, tarantulas. I don't know if that's the case. I don't even know if that's true or not. But it would be interesting. This is a male. You can see how lanky he is. How spindly those legs are. Smaller body than females. But this has absolutely been one of my best tarantulas. It's been super calm. And I'm glad I'm bringing that up because I want to dispel the myths. A lot of people claim that T. vagans are a little, they like to say aggressive. No tarantula is aggressive. Defensive maybe, but tarantulas are never aggressive. They're never thinking, I'm out to get you. But a lot of people say they act all panicky. They run around their enclosure, kick hairs, throw up threat postures. Never one hair kicked, never one threat posture. Every time I've rehoused him, he is hunkered down. He's just kind of been a little stubborn, you know, but you're getting kicked out of your home, you'd probably be a little stubborn too. And he's been a great tarantula, but we want to get one more good look in here on him and see if any of the viewers can really help identify him. I've got him labeled as T. Kallenbergi right now, but I'm leaning more towards T. vagans now that he's matured out. I got another mature male of a different species that I'm hoping he will act just like that one and still eat. You know, once they mature out, their lifespan's real short after that. But I'm hoping that he'll continue to eat because he's absolutely one of my favorites. He's been show. I'm probably going to rehouse him, give him something a little bit. I'll probably keep him in the same style container, but redo it. If you see in the water dish there, he had a live plant. He dug it up. It died. He had a tunnel all through the bottom of it. It recently collapsed. Thank goodness he wasn't in it. They can dig out, but I'm sure it's stressful for him. But it ended up collapsing on him, and so he's lost that space. So I'd like to, you know, add some decorations. Since this is, you know, his last leg, do something nice for him. And when we do that, of course, we'll record it for y'all. But he has been a great tarantula, and I'm really loving him. And buyer beware if you're buying from big box stores. 2 of the ones I bought are males. I've always said that that's where people get rid of their males at, to get them off their hands because they don't live as long. And I think it's starting to look like a good indicator. We also got another surprise for this video, so we'll get that ready and we'll see you in just a minute. All right, we have a new addition to the tarantula collection here. It's spider-like, but it is not a spider. I was real intrigued with these guys and I wanted to pick some up. If we take a look at the enclosure, you can tell this is not a tarantula enclosure. I mean, you can use sand, but Most of them don't need a water dish this big, but we'll go ahead and show you what we got here. If I can be gentle and get this little guy out. Here we go, we got him coming. And there we go, look at that. This is a vampire crab. I think this is the most common coloring you can get. Purple, black, and yellow with the yellow eyes. I'll hold him over the soil here so I don't hurt him or anything. But you can see he's walking around on me. No bites, no pinches. I've heard they can't really pinch you good because their pinchers aren't that big. I've heard these are really easy to take care of. I've done my research on them. They need a water dish that they can completely submerge in. They live about 2 to 3 years, up to 4 if you're doing really great husbandry on them. They are communal, even though the males can get aggressive with other males, so it's good to have a couple of females with one male. There he goes. And I'll keep talking while my wife gets shots on this guy. There is another one in here, but I didn't want to disturb him too bad. I think he's hiding in this little log up here. We'll leave him alone, but this guy was already out, so we were going to get a shot of her. We did sex them. You can tell by the bottom of their carapace. I guess that's what this is called on these little guys, on the bottom of their shell. They are semi-aquatic, semi-terrestrial, but they need the water dish to completely submerge in. They need hides. They can hide under the plant. They can hide in the log. They can eat tropical fish food, bloodworms, fresh vegetables like cucumbers, I've read, and they can also eat live insects. I'm going to try some live crickets with them, see if they give them a little thrill of the hunt. But they will. I walked in here in the mornings and seen them completely submerged in the water, and I think that's really nifty. The humidity level's high, being they're semi-aquatic, but it's easy to do with a dish that deep and this coconut fiber and sand we have in here. See.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I think my wife. See if we can get him back out, just for the video. I know we're stressing you out, little buddy. There we go. There we go. That's a good shot. But they're very inexpensive. These were $10 a piece. I got 2. I want to get a 3rd female. Now, if you get a male, they can breed in captivity, and they can have anywhere from 20 to 80 babies. So buyer beware on that. I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon. So yeah, there you go. Using his little pincher, eating something off the soil there, or preening or something. But they need the water to be able to molt in. And their temperature, I've read anywhere from like 71 to low to mid 80s. And here in the tarantula room we have set up, that's obviously right about where it sits. So we're doing good there. But I thought these little guys were cool, and I was really intrigued whenever I came across them and wanted to give them a shot. And so far they're doing good. And they're a little still shy for being in a new environment, but I've heard that wears off pretty quickly. And like I said, you can handle them if you want to. They don't get much from it, and they're not soft and cuddly, but they're definitely not going to do you any harm. But all right, we'll get this last shot and cut the video. Thank you everybody for joining the channel again, and really if anybody out there that has tarantulas of their own could give me a hand figuring out what species P murder is, that'd be of great help. It doesn't really matter. I love him either way. But you know, you'd like to know what you're keeping. And I was glad I was able to get him out of that big box store. Like I said, people will tell you horror stories about tarantulas. Look, it doesn't matter the species, it doesn't matter old world or new world. Any of them can have their own personality. And even P murder, with him just molting, his attitude could have totally changed. Doesn't seem like it has, but he is still pretty fresh off the molt. But he has been a great pet for me. I love him. I will always love him. probably my favorite, personal, just personality wise. And don't let anybody scare you off. They're very manageable. They're very easy to deal with. I haven't had any problems with any except one, and we'll probably get that in another video here pretty soon, and we'll discuss those funny antics that happen there. My wife does. She's shaking her head right now. She doesn't think they're funny at all. But either laugh or you'll go crazy, right? But thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.